Football, bloody hell.
Football, bloody hell, Killian.
Always gets me, bro. Good evening, ladies and gents, and welcome to the magnificent 24/7 Red Sunday Session podcast. Thanks to Dazza's out there renaming that to the Sunday Session. I'm your host Killian, and I'm here with my co-host Jono. How are you, bro?
I'm good. Good to be back on the pod after a few weeks.
Yeah, great to have you back, brother. And we have Philo and Masood on the panel. How are we, boys?
All good, mate. All
Hey
good.
guys, all good.
Ready to rock. So
How are you?
tails are up, tails are wagging. Loads to get into tonight, but where else could we start other than the reaction to that unbelievable Fergie time winning game against Wolves away? We'll kick things off. Philo, what did you think of that epic game?
Obviously, it's the Man United way to win a game, innit? I think the first half was really, really positive. I thought it's the best 30, 40 minutes of football I've watched this season from us. And you kind of get the feeling 2-0 up. I thought we were going to absolutely cruise control it. But again, we let them back in. I think our finishing was off point in the first half. Go on.
Did we let them back in, or did VAR
VAR
let them fucking back in, bro? That's the question.
No, we did. And the reason for that is because you can't blame anybody but yourselves. If you're going to start letting goals in and start leaving gaps open and getting a bit complacent with your play and resting on your laurels, 2-0 seems a comfortable score, but it never is. It's very dangerous at 2-0 because the other team have got nothing else to lose. We've seen it against Newport. We were cruising. We let them back in. We repeated the same mistake again midweek. Whereas we should have been 4, 5, 6 up within the first half.
Mm-hmm.
I just think we needed to be that little bit more clinical and just get that third goal to see that game off. I think if we'd got the third goal in the first half, I don't think we would have had the game. But hey, look, we got that result. And a massive shout out to Kobe Mano, man. What a player! What a player! My favourite player at the minute. The kid is just undescribable. But yeah, for him to get that goal, and it was assisted from another youth player. It's just set us up nicely for the Munich anniversary as well, and especially with today's game. It's just
great
youth through and through. No other club has it. But yeah, good result, good finish. It's always good to get a 96, 97 minute winner. It gives you a bit of a buzz, doesn't it? But yeah, and I think that what carried us over to this game as well. Let's give them players that confidence.
100%. Masood, what are your thoughts on the Wolves game? Epic.
Exactly the same as Fellow. I thought that was the best half of football we've played in about a year. I think maybe Tottenham last year at their stadium was our best was the best 45 minutes we had where we didn't take advantage. We actually lost that game, but that was the best football we played when Ten Hag was here by a country mile. And what we did against Wolves was the same. It's just a matter of the rustiness with the finishing has been a problem all season. We haven't finished games off, and that's when we let teams back in the game. And concentration also, man. Especially after a break, we tend to concede a lot of goals just after halftime, and at inopportune times that throws the players. But I was happy with the fight at Wolves once we got to 3-3. And what Phil said also makes sense, and we allowed them back into the game, so we shouldn't complain. Although VAR was pathetic on the day, we allowed them back into the game. They got a foothold in the game when they were out of the game completely in the first half. And the difference is that 97th
we talk about VAR.
Go for it, Phil.
So, sorry, Phil, jump in.
Yeah, we talk about VAR, but then if you think back to the first game of the season when Onana done exactly the same thing in class of the keeper, we got away with it.
Yeah. No. Obviously, it swings and roundabouts.
So it swings and roundabouts. Yeah.
But we've had the worst end of the stick the first part of the season with regards to
by VAR all season.
So, but what I'm saying is that the 97th minute winner is basically like a catalyst for the season. It's something that will galvanize the dressing room in terms of team spirit and togetherness, and especially coming from a youngster like Kobe, to get the winner in the way he did. It bodes well for the rest of the season, and hopefully we can build on it, which we did today. I was very happy with the performance in some parts today. There was some bad parts to the game as well, but the clean sheet I was happy with, especially because that's been our
no cheating. We haven't come to that game yet.
No. I'm just mentioning it before we get to the game. Yeah. So what I'm saying is that winner, it carried us into today's game, and if you look at it in the last week, we've won 3 games in a row, and we've scored how many goals? We've scored it's 10 goals in the 3 games.
Not bad.
So we're starting to, and then the front 3 are starting to click.
More than we scored in season, isn't it?
Exactly. The front 3 are starting to click. So that also bodes well, because I mean, if you look at Højlund, he's starting to look at like a player with confidence. Garnacho the same. Rashford starting to look like his old self again after his escapades. We won't mention that again. But I'm happy the way that
he needs to go on the piss more often, bro.
Yeah, I think you guys in Ireland should invite him more often, man.
Work for George best.
Yeah, on the piss.
So no, I was ecstatic with the performance on Thursday night, and yeah, hopefully that the win is the catalyst for the rest of the season, and maybe we can sneak top 4 and maybe hopefully win the FA Cup as well.
Yeah, you never know. John, what were your thoughts on the Wolves game?
What a performance! That first half is both Phil and Masood have said, and I think the key to it, and it's why we're really worried about what happened at the end of that game. I think the key to the way we play is Martinez. He makes us so much. It is the key to how Ten Hag wants to play. And Kobe Mainoo, Garnacho, Højlund, they're just amazing players. They're so young as well, 19, 18 and 21. I've said quite a few times this season that a lot of these players don't want to play for the badge. No, I don't know what it means to play for the badge. Them 3 do.
Yeah.
And on the late winner, it's why we call it. I think Daz came up with the name for this week's pod. That it's was it Daz or Phil? It's one of you two. That
this is called the Sunday session.
No, the title for the season starts now.
Don't worry about it. Here, listen, Fergie time Reds. What? No, here, listen, no.
Yeah.
What was I gonna say? Yeah, here, listen. If that game doesn't get the juices flowing football in for you, I don't give a shit that we shipped 3 goals. The fact that you can't be and deep in injury time. They scored in injury time, didn't they? They got an equaliser in injury time. But if there was 9 minutes.
We basically scored from after their goal. We got the throw in. So basically about 30 seconds to 45 seconds after they scored, we scored again.
Crazy, bro. Crazy. Nah, here, listen. That was amazing. Chase is coming in here. Unfortunately, Chase can't make it today, but he is at his son's football tournament. And on that note, best of luck to Chase's son in the tournament. Chase chimes in here. Smash it, boys, up the fucking Reds and up our new trio, Raza, Kobe, Garnacho, Vamos, our trio. Yeah, here, listen. The 3 of them, absolutely magic. Daza's coming in here. Daza unfortunately can't make it either, but he comes in. Casemiro and Mainoo is the key. Licha is a major cog, but we need to keep the squad fit. Yeah, 100%, Daza. And we hope you are having a good day, bro. Yeah, Wolves. It's no coincidence we're playing like this the last 3 games. What's the common denominator, boys, the last 3 games? Can anyone figure it out? It's not rocket science.
In terms of what?
Having our
terms
players
of-
back.
Results, performances.
Having
What's
our
the common
players back.
denominator?
I think
John
I think
just
Rashford. Sorry,
nailed
go
it.
on. No, John, go on.
Having our
The
players
players,
back.
the players are back. Yes, exactly. As we alluded to earlier before we hit the pod, you know, the drop off is exponential here. It's so bad when these players, the starting 11 aren't fit. The drop off is absolutely astronomical. It's crazy. But thank God most of them are back now, and yeah, we're just kicking on now. We're kicking on.
I don't necessarily think it's just the players coming back though. I think there's an accumulation of things going on here.
Throw them out then, bro.
I think the fact that we've got some direction on the ownership and the leadership side of it is starting to come to fruition. I think you've got players there that are stepping up to the plate because they may think that their position's at risk at the club. And I also think that the whole thing with regards to Sancho has been done with. And I also think that Rashford's discipline has had a profound effect in the last 2 games. I think the players now are starting to play a lot more unified. They're a lot more in conjunction with each other. They're playing with each other, whereas it was just previously it was just 11 single people on the pitch.
Yeah.
And I think that Ten Hag threw a marker down.
Yeah.
Because his job's at risk as well. So Ten Hag will want to. I think it's an accumulation of things that have triggered this little run.
Yeah. The last couple of games specifically, actually today's one, I know we're going to dive into it in a few minutes, but it's almost as if they've been told or they've been training sort of a 1, 2 touch, 3 touch training session on the field, because you could see even what stood out to me the biggest was normally when Rashford gets the ball, he just runs at players blindly. What I was seeing the last couple of games is he'd take a touch, but also a big factor in that is Shaw coming back, and you can see Shaw doing the overlaps as well. And on the right side, you can see Dalot doing the overlaps with Garnacho as well. But what I'm loving is, as you said there, Philo, that we're just playing as a team now. We're playing for each other. It's not, for the most part, the players aren't going for glory. And
do you not think the players look a lot happier? They're a lot more relaxed on the pitch.
I think there was a bit of stories in the background.
More comfortable, I think.
And so going back to what Phil said about having they've all had in their head what's happened with the club for the last 18 months. And I think like Phil said, having that kind of in the right direction now, we know what's going on. I think they've all been told there was a lot of talks that the players and all the staff got told what Ineos's plans are going forward. And I think to know that there's the direction, that a goal that the club want, I think that might have lifted them up as well, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, I think you alluded to it before the pod, actually, Jono, and we'll get to that later on as well. In terms of Leach, the way he just calms everything down, and like it's crazy to see what he brings in terms of composure.
We've all said it. He's the future captain of this team. We've all said it.
Oh yeah, without a doubt. He reminds me of, he infuses. He's the catalyst for infusing passion amongst the back five and also right through the team. But I think it's a culmination as well. Casemiro as well. He just brings that calmness, that leadership. That he's just when you're in the dressing room and you look across and you see Leach and the likes of Leach and Casemiro, it gets into the opposition heads, bro.
You always need experience in a team. You always need a couple of old ones in there that have been there, done it, worn the t-shirt time and time again. They've played in big games. Casemiro and obviously Varane, coming from Real Madrid, they're far more experienced than half that team. I think the youngsters coming through now are feeding off that calmness.
I think it's confidence. Confidence as well. Like especially for Rasmus. Obviously, Rasmus was flying in in the Champions League at the start of the season, but he was waiting for that first goal in the Premier League. And since he scored that goal, he's just not stopped. And I think that's just confidence, and I think it's going to just build.
Yeah, but just to wrap up on the Wolves game, Kobbie Mainoo, boys, he's magic. He's just magic. I saw him being interviewed after the game with Fernandez. He's just a kid, bro. He's a fucking kid. Did you see what he did? Drops the shoulder, gets the ball. We're deep in injury time. We're going nowhere. Like we're in the final third, but nothing looks like it's happening. Drops the shoulder, beats one. Outside of the foot and Megs the other fella. Now, Amari forcing. The assist comes from the run. He runs left, drags the defender with him and opens it up for Kobbie to shoot. Bro, it was a fucking goal made in the academy. And as Phil's alluded to, we know what's coming up on Tuesday. It's the anniversary of the Munich air disaster. For that goal, that goal was Manchester United in every sense of in every way, and it was just
after the goal.
As Fergie says, football bloody hell. Sorry, Masood, go ahead, brother.
The thing after that goal was the look on Fergie's face.
Yeah, that was beautiful.
He was like a happy grandfather.
And that's the way the way Fergie is to all of us. He's like your grandfather. Like he's been around for so long, but it was just such a beautiful moment. But I think
to see Mainoo put that excitement back on his face, it's good to see.
But bro, when he scored, he was just like, fucking cold, man.
He's so level-headed for a young lad.
Exactly.
Can I use this moment to take a little bit of dig at Chelsea and the 220 million they spent on two midfielders? We've got a better one, didn't we?
We didn't spend a cent on Kobbie Mainoo after coming through the academy. He is what we wanted Pogba to be, and he's already had more fucking good games than Pogba ever did in how long his tenure was at our club.
And he's had more better games than Casado and Fernandez for Chelsea.
Just on those two Chelsea players, Jono, I think they had to come off, they had to deactivate their social media accounts because they were getting abuse from Chelsea fans.
Now we don't condone abuse, of course.
We don't condone exactly. No, 100%. Because we've had a few of our players that had the same thing, and it's not the right thing to do. I mean, they're human beings at the end of the day as well. I mean, apart being professional footballers, they're human beings first and foremost.
Yeah, 100%. Just we have Chase again. When you have Leach and Casemiro back, it brings calmness and how to play together. 1, 2, 3 touch passes. Yeah, 100%. And then we have, is that Daz again?
Yeah, we've got 3 comments from Daz. I'm trying to
go for Onana, Bruno, and Rashford look new players when the support is there. Of course, like Onana. To be as we know, Leach has already played with Onana, and they know each other through and through. And then add the likes of a Harry Maguire or a Varane beside him. Yeah, it's all about just playing together consistently. That's how you get consistency. You can't, like, we haven't had consistency in terms of the starting 11 in Yonks. But anyway, Daz is robbing my fuck. Daz is robbing my.
I was going to ask.
I was actually going to Daz earlier. The fucker.
I was actually going to ask you guys how many goals you guys think Rasmus will score
to hit 20. Calling it now. Dazza, can you hear me now, bro? I fucking said that to you in the WhatsApp earlier, you robbing bastard.
No, I'm going 25.
No, Jay. Well, fuck it. Yeah, Jono's on the good stuff tonight, boys. I'd say
passion fruit lemonade.
Too much sugar, bro. No, 20. I think he may. I think he may get between 17 and 20, and if he does, that's an incredible first season. Incredible.
Well, he's on 10 already.
Yeah. There you go.
How many games do we have left?
Hey,
2 minutes. 2 minutes.
How many games do we
Yeah.
have left? That's the thing.
well, we have the FA Cup, and then we have the remainder. Let's see.
It's 13 league games left, and
Yeah, I think-
FA Cup
think we got-
in the fourth round. Am I right?
See,
I
that's
think we've got
that's not that
seven
many.
away games. I think we've got 7 away games left and 6 home, I think.
Yeah.
So there's 13
But
league
just-
games left, and then FA Cup might be another four games if we get to the final. So you're looking at
Yeah.
about 17 games. So to get another 10 goals, it's possible. It's almost 1 in 2.
Yeah, you never know. But he could get a brace and a couple of goals in a couple of games. Or he
fair
could get a
enough.
hat-trick.
I mean, if you're looking at that ratio, I mean, it's possible for him to get to 20. No problems, unless hopefully there's no injuries or anything or whatever. But if he continues with the form and the confidence that he's playing with, there's no way he doesn't get to 20.
Yeah.
Because I mean,
But,
we're going to talk about it today. But I mean, we're going to talk about today's game. That goal was unreal, man.
Oh yeah. Fucking, we're simply the eternal comeback kings. There's no fucking doubt about it. But yeah, just moving along then, boys, to today. We get another fucking win. What do we think? What do we think, boys? Were we happy with that?
I was
Really
actually very happy
happy
with
with
it
that
because West Ham have been in good form as well lately, and they gave us a very tough game, the first game at the London Stadium. So I knew today's game was going to be difficult. On the United app, my prediction was 3-1. I went for a 3-1 result, even though I put 2-1 on the match prediction for the Mag. But I had a feeling that that Højlund would score and Garnacho would score as well. But
Yeah.
I was blown away with the finish of the first goal, man. I mean the way he took it
That
and
second touch.
how sweet he hit it with his right foot.
Oh, he
Was
buried
unreal,
it,
man.
bro. He fucking buried it.
And
Amazing.
that's supposed to be his weaker foot. So I mean, he hit that
Can I
so
just-
cleanly, man.
Can I just give props because I didn't hear it on the commentary at all. Casemiro won that ball between two.
What a tackle, man.
He was the least likely to win that ball, and he won it ahead of 2 West Ham players to get the ball to Raza.
You know today
Love
one
Bernstein.
incident that I enjoyed in the first half was that one way Anana got the ball and he almost got the through ball to Garnacho, but because of the windy conditions at the stadium, it didn't come off. But I mean, that was something that if you have a look at maybe next week against Aston Villa, with them playing a high line, that's something we can look at for next week in terms of tactics, getting in behind them.
Chase is on the good stuff as well. He says we're going to have a title charge.
Fucking hell. Yeah, why
I
not?
don't think Phil was.
No, but going back to the full performance of today, I was thoroughly pleased with what we did. I mean, obviously you're not going to play a perfect game every game, so you will get some parts of the games where you're not happy with. But I was actually I'm very happy the way that Garnacho, Højlund, and Rashford are sort of interlinking now in terms of attacking. They're not getting each other's way. Each one knows what his role in the front line is, and they look confident, which makes a big difference as well.
Yeah, 100%. In regards to confidence, I must say, I was saying to Jono earlier, it was the first game I saw Garnacho look like a leader on the pitch. Not only one of the brightest sparks on it, but a leader. He looked like the man that. Do you remember when Ronaldo was in his purple patches? He'd always get the ball. They'd look for him. They'd give him the ball every 2 seconds because they knew what damage he could do. That was like Garnacho today, man. And I'm a bit gutted he didn't get the hat trick, but yeah, what a special player.
And another thing I want to point out on today's game, if I may, Kelo, is that we need to give props to the manager as well. I mean, everyone sort of most fans' heads dropped when he took off Mainu after about 62 minutes and brought on McTominay. And but the kid played 3 games in the space of sort of 7 days. So he's an 18-year-old kid as well. So props to him in terms of keeping him level-headed as well. You're not going to get him playing every game, every minute. So
His man
we need to
management is really good.
exactly.
He did the same
we
with
need
Garnacho last year, didn't he? He's kind of
we need to expect that as well. As
eased
well as he's
Garnacho
playing,
in.
as well as he's playing, Manu is also going to have times where he's going to be put in and taken out. So we need to accept that as fans as well. It's for his benefit as well.
Yeah, no, they can't play every game. Jono, what were you going to chime in with?
Yeah, kind of on what Masood said there. He did the same with Garnacho last year. He kind of eased Garnacho in, so and he's doing the same. His man management's really good.
Oh yeah,
he doesn't want to burn him out. He doesn't want to burn him out so early.
Yeah, I love the fact that he took Manu off. That was a fucking great move. And as you could see, just a quick one as well. Calvin Phillips, hope you liked your debut, bro. His first fucking touch, McTominay fucking nicks it off and plays it to Garnacho, and it's game over. You fucking blue cunt.
I will say that was
he's actually Leeds, to be fair, so that makes it worse.
Yeah, both.
Yeah.
I will add on there though, that wasn't his debut. He played the last game.
You're ruining the buzz, bro. But yeah, no, here, listen, Philo, what were your thoughts on today?
I think I said it in this group chat earlier that it's one of the most comfortable games I've seen for a long, long time. We looked very much in control. We didn't look in danger at any point. It was very well disciplined performance. Yeah, it was just one of those games where I didn't think we were going to mess up. Whereas every other game, I think, right, we're going to have to concede a goal here to actually get us back into the game in some respects. But I thought every player on that pitch today played well. And Nana, especially with some good saves.
Yeah.
And I can't believe I'm saying this, but Dallo had a good game. I couldn't fault any of the players on the pitch today whatsoever. I can't really count the ones that come on at the end, but go on.
Can I just... I'm seeing Dalot getting a lot of rave reviews. I'm not really seeing that myself. I'm not seeing him put in amazing performances. I'm seeing him put in decent enough performances.
I see moments, but
I'm a bit surprised why he's getting so much praise now. I'm happy for the kid, but I just don't. Not really getting the. Sorry, bro.
He's one of those players that blend in with the performance, in my eyes. So if we have a good team performance, he automatically gets a good rating.
Yeah.
What I will say is,
if we have a bad game, he stands out like a sore thumb.
Yeah. What I will say is his last minute block was fucking incredible. Just before
don't get me wrong. I'm only praising him for today's game. Yeah. I think he's poor overall, but today, I can't criticize his efforts and his his enthusiasm, but his actual gameplay, his defending is absolutely shocking. And then as a wing back, he's absolutely terrible at getting the ball into the box and actually delivering it to players, and that's pretty consistent across the whole team with the final third. But yeah, Dalot is not who we need. He's not the standard that we need. We need to improve on that position next year.
Who would you hypothetically go for if
we were having this debate the other night, weren't we?
I was debating with Daza about Frimpong. Now Daza isn't a fan of Frimpong because he's a bit lightweight in his opinion. But we did agree on Dumfries. Do you know Dumfries for the right back, the Dutch right back for Inter Milan?
Yeah, nobody really sticks out to me in this position.
Yeah, it's a tough one. There's not many great right wing backs around. I take your hand off if you offer me the likes of Trippier or Matty Cash.
Trippier all day long for me. We should have got him a couple of seasons ago. Yeah, and I can't believe Newcastle are letting him go. But
are they though?
They've obviously got ours.
Yeah, they need to cash in. He nearly went to Bayern in January, but they've got some FSP issues at Newcastle. They need to cash in on someone, basically. There was an offer on the table for him from Newcastle, but for whatever reason, it didn't go through.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's Dalot for me. He's consistent, don't get me wrong, but he's consistently poor. But today, absolutely epic across all positions today.
Yeah.
And he played that role where he drifted into the middle. And I think it worked today. I think it worked really, really well. But my only worry is it was only against West Ham. If we try and do that against a Liverpool or an Arsenal, we're banging trouble.
Yeah.
I think
Liverpool looked very good today, didn't they?
Yeah, classic, mate. Absolute class.
Fucking Van Disney, bro. Van Disney on ice, bro. I can't wait to see that.
But he's better than Vidic, man.
Oh, of course he is. Is he fuck? So what are we saying? Who was your man of the match, boys? Let's do a quick whip around. We'll go Masood, Jono, Philo, and then myself. Let's name 3 standout performances first, and then of those, give us your man of the match.
Okay, Højlund, Casemiro, and Garnacho for me, and Garnacho's taking the man of the match for me. He was epic today, man. Not just his goals, but his overall work rate. He never stopped running for the whole game. He was fantastic today. And I want to give you the man of the match just for the celebration after the first goal of his match.
The birthday boy, Raza. Happy birthday, brother.
Yeah, happy birthday.
So Garnacho for me was a standout player for the match for me. He was everywhere today. He played very well today.
He was special, bro. He was special. Jono, three standouts on your man of the match.
I'm going to go for the birthday boy and his celebration, which I was watching a video before when Killian came into the call of the Tatar. Apparently, back when he was in Denmark, his friend said to do that celebration. He's just never done it. And his friend reminded him this week. So he did the celebration when he scored. But yeah, keeping on the great form. So I'm going to go Rasmus, Garnacho, and KB Mainoo. Are my 3.
And your man of the match, bro?
I'm going to give it to Garnacho.
Yeah. Philo?
So I want to go different because they're obviously the 3 ones that are pretty obvious, but 3 different ones for me. I'm going to go Bruno. I think he was so calm and collected today. Absolutely. And against Wolves, he just bossed it, set the tone for the game, for both the games. So I think he deserves a shout out. He's
everywhere, bro.
Yeah.
Everywhere.
He's just this little magician that just is invisible. And I'm actually going to go for Dalot for West Ham.
Fair enough.
Yeah, I think Dalot had a fantastic game. His challenge, his block, his determination, it just absolutely just a real good overall performance. And obviously, Garnacho for me. Yeah. My man of the match is going to be. It's going to have to be Garnacho. It can't be anybody else.
Yeah. For myself, I'll just wrap things up with that. Obviously, the birthday boy today, Raza. Garnacho, of course, just getting better and better every game. It's that right wing is his own now. Anthony's in serious trouble. Chase won't be happy with me saying that, but fuck it. And actually, I'm going to throw this out because this man deserves fucking props. He had a bit of a moment, and I saw him getting abuse online again today, which is fucking sickening. Plastics again. Idiots. Harry Maguire for me was fucking brilliant today. That tackle, when Kudus was going through a few, I tell you, Kudus is a very good player. Very fucking good player. Another signing by Eric Ten Hag. But yeah, you went through a few, and then Harry Maguire came in with a cracker of a challenge to win the ball. Oh, it was beautiful. Old school challenge that. But yeah, no. I'm gonna give it to the birthday boy today. You know what? Raz is just living the dream, boys. He's just living the dream. He's a young kid that just grew up supporting Manchester United, bro, and he's just living the fucking dream. The passion when that boy scores, the energy he exudes when he scores, and he's just, as I said again, there must be an echo in this fucking StreamYard, bro. Living the dream. Living the dream. Right, just before we finish up with, before we move on, Benno, of course, couldn't be here, but he sent me a few points, more than a few points from the game. But I'm going to read it out real quick, all right? Benno says, first of all, apologies, couldn't make it tonight. 6 points from 2 potentially tricky games. We made hard work of Thursday when, if we're being honest, it should have been sweet dreams by halftime. Can't disagree with that at all, Benno. For once, we agree. Today, lots of positives about. Wasn't a great performance by all means, but everyone chipped in with what you'd call, in my eyes, a 7 out of 10, bar 1 or 2. 100%, Benno. Think Dalot did well today, and you can see how he's adapting into that midfield position to help with transitions into attack, and that block send half was as good as scoring a goal. Yeah, 100%. Benno, your analysis is very impressive so far. Rashford, still frustrating to watch, but he's looking sharper, and having Shaw back on the left is certainly helping that. Yeah, he wasn't great today, but in fairness, there was only 1 point in that match where he sort of ran a bit blindly into players. But yeah, he's learning. It's back to basics. You do the simple things, pass and fucking move, you know. Benno carries on. Højlund, again, looking more and more confident game by game. Garnacho, so much better, seeing him on the right-hand side. It seems to suit him more, and he simplifies his game a bit, which actually makes him more effective. Couldn't agree with you more, Benno. Big concern is Leach. Yeah, before we leave the game, before we move on, should I say, we'll need to discuss this. And this sort of really disheartened me and put a dampener on the game. Leach's injury, which doesn't look good at all. Yeah, so very easy to speculate, but it certainly doesn't look good, as we've discussed earlier on in the day now. If just for the viewers and listeners, so Benno is a semi-pro sportsman. And unfortunately for Benno, he has had a lot of issues with his knee, and he's had several surgeries. So Benno knows what he's talking about. He also has a degree in sports science. Jesus Christ, Benno, you better fucking be getting me a present after this praise. But yeah, Benno knows what he's had. Unfortunately, has a lot of experience with this. So yeah, if one of us was to know, he'd be the man. So he doesn't think it looks it looks great, but sure, we'll see tomorrow and what the scans come out with, etc. But we're all praying that Leach is all right, because he's such an important player for us and such a leader. But Benno just finishes off. All in all, positive result now to kick on against Villa next week. Yeah, Villa boys, it's away, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's going to be a very tough game. Let's be honest here. But we'll leave the predictions for next week. So the January transfer window, boys, it obviously closed yesterday. We did fucking nothing. Sent a few players out on loan, notably Sancho, dickhead, Palestri off to Granada, and Hannibal off to Sevilla. Who else, boys?
Van der Beek also has gone on loan.
Yeah, Van der Beek.
Frankfurt. Dan Gore went to Port Vale. And
Did you see him?
Hugo has also gone on loan.
Hugo, yeah.
I wonder if they might not make
the other youngster
this. I wonder if they might not make that deal for Van der Beek permanent, because I don't know if you saw. I was watching earlier. He's struggling to get in the team, and he's not been registered for the Europa League, the Conference League squad.
Might be just to be fair, he hasn't had many minutes, so it'll probably take him a long time to get up to speed with things. Of course, when you're not playing competitive football, it takes a long time. But what are your thoughts on the window? Obviously, Jono, we were chatting about it earlier. Remember what you were saying? Kick it off there, bro.
Well, it was quite publicised that Ten Hag did want another striker to compete with Højlund. He did say it in his press conference, but it's all on FFP. FFP just didn't allow us to have it, even that we've sent quite a few players out. There's just not the gap there on FFP, and I don't think none of the teams in the Prem really had. It's probably the most quietest January window in the Prem we've had in years, because everyone's worried. There are two clubs that have already been charged, and I think everyone's worried. I think Chelsea will be next about this FFP. So no, I think everyone's being quiet, not only us.
Chelsea are fucked, bro. Chelsea are fucked. Fucking serious. They can't even sack that manager now, bro. Let's just take a moment to laugh at Chelsea, lads. Daza comes in here. As predicted, we did nothing. Most of the clubs did nothing. FFP fair. And listen, it was to be expected. But at least Ten Hag got it out there in the open that he did want extra firepower up front, because obviously so did we, and we wanted the pressure to be a bit less on Raz's shoulders. But fuck, the boys doing not too bad.
I don't think we was ever going to do anything anyway, regardless of FFP, with all the changes going on in the background.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah.
Do you think there's any strikers they might call up, where we can give Rasmus a little bit of a break now and then?
From where?
From the youth squad or anything?
Don't know. They might start digging Martial's grave back up, but
No, but I think he's gonna have a mixture of maybe playing Rashford down the middle, or maybe Forsen as well.
Yeah, he did mention Forsen. To be fair, did you see the boy Wheatley? See the boy Wheatley in the youth team?
Yeah.
Against he scored a couple of bangers today, and again he played well against Liverpool as well. Huh?
I think if you were going to see people from the youth, I think you would have seen them by now.
Yeah, as you see with Erik ten Hag, he drip feeds them into the training to see can they cut it first.
Yeah, don't forget we have got Rashford to put in that striking position as well. So
I wouldn't mind in like the FA Cup game if they gave like Ahmed a try in the 9.
I don't think you can take the risk.
Yeah, no, I don't think so.
Ten Hag's not going to take the risk now with his job on the line, respectively.
But that's the only realistic hope.
I don't think he's going to roll the dice.
We're going to probably play the same team going forward every week now, because you got one game a week basically.
Yeah.
So we're going to see a consistent 11, maybe one change or two changes at max every week, but it will probably be the same core of players going forward now till the end of the season for the next however many games we have left.
Yeah. Daz is coming in here. Rashford and Forsen will take turns of helping out. Yeah, sure. Rashford has played there before. But yeah, no, we're light up top and just. But to be fair, as we've alluded to, Rasmus is just getting stronger and stronger as the games are ticking. So just on with the players coming back, the big players now, the big leaders. Hoping Leach's injury isn't too bad. We're nearly at full strength now, and Mount is nearing a comeback as well, and maybe one or two others. Just expectations for the season, boys. We'll do a quick whip around, just starting with Phil, and then Masood, and then Jono, and we'll finish with myself. Just before we do, Daza, I know this little boy, Amir Abrig.
Ibrahimov.
Yeah, I know this little lad. I've seen him play. He's phenomenal, bro. Absolutely. He's 15. As Daz said, oh, you took it away, bro. So this fella Amir is training with the squad 3 days a week. Don't expect to see him this season, but yeah, have a look at this lad. If anyone has seen the youth games, this guy's crazy good. Like Shea Lacey is a star in the making. This guy is another level. But anyway, let's not hype him too much.
Can I mention one more player from the youth team that's looking very good is Harry Amas as well. the left
Oh,
back.
bro. I think
He's
that's the
unreal.
answer to why Fernandez possibly went out on loan,
Exactly,
bro.
exactly my
Kid
point.
looks crazy, bro. The heir to Shaw's throne, possibly. But sure, we'll see. So yeah, just back to the expectations, boys, for the season. We'll kick it off with Philo. Where do you think we'll end up in terms of the end of the season? We're 8 points off fourth spot. And we have Villa up next away, Philo. But other thing, it was a good weekend for us. A lot of our rivals lost points. Just goes to show how quickly the table can swing a bit. Realistically, though, Philo, with everything in mind, expectations for the season?
I think you've got, first and foremost, you've got to look at the next 3 or 4 games that are coming up. We've got the easiest run out of the lot of them, and that's no disrespect to Fulham or Luton or anybody like that. We've got an easier running than those that are above us. Arsenal done us a favour today by closing that gap on the top. City are 2 games in hand.
Go on,
So
Luton.
say that again.
To go on Luton, getting the win against Newcastle.
So Newcastle dropping points. Top 4.
Top
Top 4.
Fourth or where?
We're 4th. We ain't getting higher than that.
All right. Just for the listeners or viewers, if you didn't know our up and coming game, so we're next Sunday we are away to Villa. That's the 4:30 kickoff, and then the week after on the Sunday again we're on the 4:30 away to Luton, and then the third game is on the Saturday at home to Fulham, and that's the game right before the derby away to Shitty. So yeah, if we can get the 3 points against Villa, why fucking not? Why not?
I think Villa will be a tough game.
Course,
Villa Park will be rocking, and Villa at the minute, I think they've gone through their purple patch. That 5-0 yesterday would have helped them massively in confidence. Watkins is scoring for fun. It's gonna be an entertaining game. I think it'll be a battle of 2 sides where they'll just be thrown at each other.
Yeah.
But I think realistically, top 4 isn't at reach. That's all.
No, it's not. No. Masood, what are your thoughts on expectations for the season, bro?
I'm exactly like Philo, but I have a sneaking suspicion we're gonna scrape into top 4, and we'll qualify for the Champions League. And it depends what happens in the FA Cup. I got a sneaking suspicion we'll also probably go all the way in the FA Cup. But obviously, cup competitions,
I think we get to the semi-final.
Yeah, cup competitions you can't predict because it's just on the day who performs the best, man. It's not something you can predict.
Yeah.
If we're playing well in the league, I think it helps our FA Cup campaign as well, with the confidence the boys are playing with. So it's a double-edged sword. So it makes our FA Cup run even more exciting and easier if we're playing with confidence in the league.
Who's left in the FA Cup? So it's what Premier League clubs are left in there?
City is still in it.
City, Liverpool.
Liverpool are in it.
Let me check.
Regardless of that, though, I still think we'll have a good run in the cup. Doesn't matter who it's against.
Yeah, if you're still in it, you can win it, bro. You know what I mean? So why not?
Yeah.
Jono, what's your?
I'm gonna go. We get top 4 and we win the FA Cup.
Woo, baby! I love it.
Is that what you want? Or is that your expectation, or is that what you want to happen?
No, I think we can do it. I think.
Yeah. Fair enough. I just don't think we've got the squad depth to do both.
Trying to see who's left in the FA Cup.
I really don't.
Let's see who's Daza comes in here. Top 4 is a must. Of course it is. And the cup run is a bonus. Yeah, I second that. 100%.
When do we find out if the Premier League gets to 5th spot?
I think that's not until the end of the season, bro. Philo, do you know?
No, I don't actually. I'll look into that after this. I meant to send you the link for the Champions League thing, went on.
Yeah.
Completely forgot about that. But yeah, I think I wouldn't mind missing out on the Champions League next year. And as crazy as that sounds, it gives us a season to kind of do the reset that we're going to do. There's no pressure on finance.
The problem with that, fellow, is because
wait. Masood, just wait for Philo to land there, bro. Go ahead, Philo.
So I personally think that financially, yeah, Champions League, we need it, and to attract the players. But I think if we miss out on Champions League and we get Europa, it's not a massive issue. In terms of if we change manager, obviously the structure behind the club's going to change. There's going to be a lot of changes coming in the next few months. It's going to be a massive reset. And I wouldn't actually mind the actual freedom just to play just the Premier League and the domestic cups.
Yeah.
Because there's going to be a lot of changes at other clubs as well. There's an opportunity to pounce this season. So the added pressure on the Champions League and whatnot, it might have an adverse effect.
That makes a good point. Liverpool missed out and won the title.
It's catch-22 for me, really, because obviously we need the Champions League to get the players in. We need the money.
Yeah. Nah, with all due respect, Philo, get fucked.
Yeah.
We want it. Yeah, bro. You need
Champions League, don't get me wrong. But it's a big one. It's a bigger format.
It's magic. I don't want to be playing on fucking. Because if we don't make Champions League, bro, you want to be back in the fucking Europa.
There's a lot more games in the Champions League next year.
You want to be back in the Europa, bro? If we don't get Champions League, we're going to be in the Europa. There's no fucking way I want to see that shit anymore.
I know what Phil's going on about. If we do get in the Champions League, they've got to bring quite a few players in for squad depth next season.
Well, they should be bringing in a good few players anyway.
So you can have a load of new players. Yeah, the squad.
You basically need a whole new bench.
The squad depth is going to have to be bigger because it's more games in the Champions League.
Yeah,
there's less time for recovery next year.
Is that not why Ineos are coming in?
After game.
Yeah, fucking get Ineos to fucking get the check. Get Sir Jim to get the fucking check. They're not going to
put any more days in the week, are we?
Huh?
There you go. Daz has just commented.
Be 100 games soon. Yeah, I'm not fucking surprised.
And that's what I'm getting at. That's what I'm getting at.
No, I get you, bro.
Games next year.
Yeah. No, I get you, but yeah, it's the Champions League, man. For me, it's just it's magic, bro. You have to be in the Champions League. Just before we go to Masood, I'll just inform you. So the big teams that are left in the FA Cup. So Villa are obviously at home to Chelsea. You have Newcastle away to Blackburn. You never know with that game. You also have Liverpool. They're at home to Watford or Southampton. Ourselves away to Bristol City or Forest. And City away to Luton. So there's 3 or 4 other big teams there left. And then why not? Yeah, we're in it to win it. Do I think we'll win it? I doubt so, but you never know. As long as we're still in it. But I do think we'll get top 4. Yeah, I think we'll get 4th spot, no problem. As long as the players stay fit. And yeah, we could win the FA Cup. You never know.
I definitely think there's a chance because he's Ten Hag's proven that he appreciates the cup. He always goes with the strongest team he can in the cup. Well, we got to the FA Cup final last year and the League Cup final. He respects the cups. What I really appreciate. So there's no reason we can't win it.
Yeah. Listen, you have to. I think Philo's been listening to Benno too much.
No, hang on. I said I wouldn't. I'd like Champions League, but I wouldn't mind if we didn't get it.
No, I'm only buzzing,
That's
bro. I'm
my
only
point.
buzzing. Jesus, fucking! I think. Just for the viewers and listeners, I think Philo's a bit sensitive because had a few too many last night. Bit delicate today. Yeah, you fucker. You don't get away with nothing, you fucker. But in fairness to Philo's point, Dazza always comes in and agrees, and he makes the point that Liverpool missed out in it last season or whenever they missed out in it and won the title the next season. So yeah, no, here, listen, there are pros and cons, of course, but if you're telling me we have a chance to play in the Champions League Tuesday and Wednesday nights, bro, under the lights in Old Trafford especially, it's magic. It's magic. What, bro? What? Philo's talking to himself, boys. Here, Masood, sorry, you had your hand up. Apologies, bro.
No, I take Philo's point with regards to maybe sitting a season out of the Champions League, but the complication with our structure that we have now with Ineos and the Glazers, the Ineos need as much money as they can get to help us with the squad to move forward. If you're losing out on the Champions League, you're losing out on at least 50 to 60 million pounds.
It's not only the squad as well, because obviously we've all seen the plans.
Exactly, and the thing is, obviously you want to attract players, and if you're not in the Champions League, you tend to pay higher salaries, which is how we got ourselves in this mess in the first place. Secondly, also if you don't go and get Champions League, you're going to have to sell one of your best players, sort of like a Rashford or someone, to exactly what Liverpool did, where they sold Coutinho and they bought basically Salah and Alisson that basically completed their team for them to go on and win the Champions League and win the league for them. So it's a double-edged sword. I understand where Philo's coming from, but for Ineos to hit the ground running and do what they want to implement, they themselves know that Champions League is important because that extra money will help them to get to where they want to go quicker.
And don't forget, Masood, Champions League football has a massive implication on fucking FFP as well, bro. So
exactly,
it's a big deal. And also, if we don't, Erik ten Hag could be in serious fucking trouble, as Dazza has alluded to here in the comments. And he's very damning here. If we don't get fourth, Erik ten Hag is gone. I don't agree with that statement, but it's a big possibility because it's self-explanatory. Why? Just before we wrap things up, boys, and for the viewers and listeners, we have the most special podcast we've probably ever done coming to you on Tuesday evening at 7:30. It is our Munich tribute to the Busby Babes and the Munich air disaster, which we know the story. Not to put Phil too much on the spot, Phil, would you like to maybe chime in with a couple of words or elaborate a bit on it? Or
yeah, so obviously today they celebrated at the ground, but on the 6th, 58, obviously the Busby Babes and the plane crash. We're just going to do a podcast that's dedicated to the Babes, give it a bit of education, talk about each player profile, and it's all about passing it. Like I said last week, it's all about passing the education down and just having a good old chat, remembering the history of this club and the foundations that it was built on. And then what we're seeing today with the youth, it was very fitting today to see those three players. So I think it's really important with regards to the celebration of the Munich, not the celebration of them, but the celebration of the Babes itself. So yeah, it's going to be a special one. So tune in. It's going to be a good one.
Yeah, I second that. We're really excited to see it. It's going to be an emotional one, of course. But please do get the message out there and enjoy the show on Tuesday night. We have our brother Philo's actually going to be hosting that one. So he's going to be popping his Mag 24/7 cherry. And the lovely Daza will be his co-host, and we'll have myself and a few, I think Masood and Jono. Are you going to be there, guys? I think Jono's working. Myself, Masood, and we also have a special guest, a very special guest, and someone that will add a lot to that special podcast. But for now, boys and girls, thank you very much for listening. It's been a great ride tonight, and we will see you Tuesday for our Munich Tribute podcast.
Good night, boys.
Good night, God bless, Reds, and we will see you soon.
Come on, United.
Out.